Now that we have user authentication taken care of, we're going to spend the next few videos taking a look at Firestore. Before we build out any more of the UI, we'll talk about how to model data, deserialize it, and fetch it within a Flutter app. Taking care of these concerns first will make our lives much easier as we start building out more of the UI. Let's take a minute to go to Firestore and look at the data modeling decisions in this course. Now, the demo app has a decent amount of existing data that would be very tedious to create from scratch. I created a little Node.js project that will automatically populate the database with the data for you. You'll need to have Node.js installed on your system. Then you can clone the project and add your Firebase credentials to the root of the project. It will use the Firebase admin SDK to automatically populate all the required data in Firestore. The project has 4 different collections: quizzes, reports, topics, and users. The first one I want to focus on is topics. When a user first logs in, they'll go to the topics screen. A topic can have 1 or more quizzes, so we have a one-to-many relationship between a topic and quizzes. Each topic has some metadata about it, like a description and image, but most importantly, it contains an array of quizzes that point to a specific quiz ID that the user can navigate to. Every quiz has an ID. And if we go to the quizzes collection, you should be able to find a matching ID there. A quiz document contains an array of questions, and each question has multiple options, one of which would be correct in a multiple choice quiz. One thing to make note of here is that our data is modeled to match up with the screen that presents it. To display a quiz, we only need to make one single document read to the quiz with the matching ID. We don't need to join in any extra data from other collections. I have an entire course that talks about data modeling, but the general idea is that you want to model your data to correspond to the screen that presents it. Now, the other collection we'll look at that's a little more interesting is the reports collection. This one is related to the currently logged in user, and the document ID corresponds to a Firebase user ID. The purpose of this document is to track the user's progress as they use the app. That allows us to show progress bars and know which quizzes are completed and which ones are not. This document basically mirrors the topics collection, but it's specific to an individual user. We have a topics map, where each key in that map corresponds to a topic ID, and inside of that, we have a list of quiz IDs. In the application itself, this is the only document that we need to listen to for real-time updates, because we'll be interacting with it globally throughout the entire application on every screen. Now that you know a little bit about the data model, I would recommend creating your own data that matches the schema in your database. You'll need to at least have a topics collection with one topic document, and it should point to at least one quiz that can be taken on that topic. Everything else in the database, like reports, will be created dynamically as users interact with the app. You can do that manually, or if you want to get it done much quicker, use the tool on GitHub to have everything generated automatically.